we'll revise yogurt production, cheese production and butter, and then we will move ahead with the chapter. Okay, so everyone who has forgotten things, who has done the homework, who have revised the things, please answer the questions along with me. Okay, now the first one was the yogurt production. I hope everyone remembers yogurt production. Okay, so what do we use? We use milk plus condensed milk powder. Okay, just answer to yourself, why did we add the condensed milk powder? We added the condensed milk powder to maintain the protein content. Okay, so to maintain the protein content, we added condensed milk powder. Once we were done with that step, what we did was we boiled the milk and then we cooled it down. Okay, that is nothing but pasteurization. So once the pasteurization is done, then we add the bacterial strains. I hope everyone remembers the two bacterial strains which we added. The first one was Streptococcus thermophilus, okay, and the second one was Lactobacillus delbrueckii. I hope everyone remembers the two organisms, the two bacterial strains which were used for yogurt production. Okay, so you add these two in the ratio of 1:1. Okay, so you added Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus delbrueckii in the ratio of 1:1. Now, why did we add these specific organisms? The reason, Streptococcus thermophilus will give you lactic acid. This lactic acid will gel out the proteins and give you the dense consistency. Okay, so that is the reason you added Streptococcus thermophilus. Now, the next one was Lactobacillus delbrueckii. Why did we add this? We added because it produces a specific compound, that is acetaldehyde. Okay, and this acetaldehyde gives the characteristic taste to your yogurt. Okay, I hope I'm very much clear with yogurt production. I can see people raising hand. I just want to tell you one thing. If you have any doubts, please put them in the chat box after the session is done, because now I won't be able to go back and solve your doubts. So do that thing after the session. Just remind me of your doubts. We are done with your yogurt production. Sorry. Now we move down to the next one, that is butter. Okay, everyone knows butter was very easy. We did not see anything in detail. We just saw the basic information on butter, that there are two types of butter. So quickly tell me, which are the two types of butter? You had sweet cream, that is the unsalted butter, and you had the cultured, that is the salted butter. Okay, the one which we eat is the cultured salted butter. Okay, and microbes are used in the cultured butter. That is the reason we specifically call it cultured, because हमने उसमें microbes use किए हैं. ठीक है, बटर में सिर्फ इतना ही था. Now we move down to cheese production. I hope everyone has revised cheese production and everyone remembers each and every step what we performed. Okay, so now what all we did for cheese production? Very importantly, first question, what did we take to produce the cheese? What was the raw material? We took the abundantly available cow milk. Okay, so produced from abundantly available cow milk. आपको याद होगा, सबसे पहले मिल्क आने के बाद you go for the test. Which are the two tests you perform? You perform the chemical and the microbiological test. Okay, you have got the abundantly available cow milk and then you perform the chemical and the microbiological test. Okay, what is the next step now? The next step is you will add, yes, if you remember, you will add colors and microbes. Okay, now there were three specific important microorganisms which you added in your cheese production. I want everyone to repeat the microbes with me. Okay, so the first one was Lactobacillus lactis. What is the first organism? Lactobacillus lactis. The second one is Lactobacillus cremoris. What is the second one? Lactobacillus cremoris. And the third one is Streptococcus thermophilus. Which is the third one? Streptococcus thermophilus. So these were the 3 microbes you added in the milk. Okay, you added the microbes in the milk, then you ferment it. Ferment karoge to lactic acid banega. Lactic acid will impart sourness to the milk. Okay, now when I say lactic acid, that means it will coagulate the milk proteins, the coagulation of milk proteins. And once the milk proteins have coagulated, you will separate them. You will separate them, you will remove the whey. Whey is nothing but the water which is remaining. Okay, so you remove the coagulated proteins and you remove the whey, then you separate them. Why you separate them? Because you want as much as less moisture as possible. So when you remove the whey, it will impart dense texture, that is a thickness to your cheese. Okay, I hope I'm very much clear with the initial process of cheese making and everyone remembers everything. After that, you remember there was an enzyme. Okay, we specifically spoke about one particular enzyme which was traditionally used. So which was it? Correct, traditionally you used rennet. Okay, enzyme rennet, which was obtained from the alimentary canal of the cattles. But now if I want to produce vegetarian cheese, what will I do? I had an option. Okay, what was that option? The option was I can produce now the enzyme called protease. Okay, and this enzyme protease is obtained from a fungus. ठीक है, so हम लोग fungus से enzyme protease को obtain करेंगे, and that is how we will be able to make vegetarian cheese. ठीक है, चलो. Now this was about the enzyme. Now let's move to the further processing of our cheese making. ठीक है. Now the whey is separated from yogurt. मैंने last time भी आपको बताया था, every time when you talk yogurt, it doesn't only mean your dahi or curd, but also the coagulated proteins are known as yogurt. Okay, so I will separate the whey, that is the water is removed, the coagulated proteins are separated. Once they are separated, cutting the yogurt into pieces. Okay, you will cut the yogurt into pieces, cutting, washing, rubbing. You will rub it so that it will have a soft texture to it. After rubbing, you will go for salting. So what did we do? We separated the yogurt, then we did cutting, washing, rubbing, salting. Once this is done, you can add additional microbes and pigments and flavors. Okay, अगर आपको कोई स्पेसिफिक फ्लेवर चाहिए आपके चीज में, या फिर आपको कोई पर्टिकुलर कलर चाहिए, तो आप उसमें ऐड कर सकते हो. ठीक है, so mixing of microbes, pigments and flavors. Once you are done with that, the cheese is pressed. ठीक है, the cheese is pressed mechanically or it can be hand pressed so that we can get rid of the moisture. Once the cheese is pressed, it will go for ripening. We will cut it and we will store it for ripening. I hope I'm very much clear with this. So the cheese preparation was done, and now ripening is the period for which you will store your cheese in the cold storage. Okay, the freshly prepared cheese is always soft. Example, your cream cheese, cottage cheese and mozzarella cheese. Okay, now if I ripen it, I hope you remember, if I ripen it for 3 to 12 months, on storing the cheese for 3 to 12 months, which cheese you will get? You will get the cheddar cheese, okay, which is the semi-hard version. It's not very soft, it's not very hard, it is semi-hard. And if you store it for a longer duration, अगर आप उसको 12 to 8 months, that is around 1.5 years के लिए store करोगे, so you will get a hard cheese, that is Parmesan cheese. Okay, and this is where we stopped for your cheese production. Okay, I hope I'm very much clear with the butter, cheese and yogurt production. Now we will move down to the next topic, that is probiotic food. Okay, you have heard this word a lot of time, probiotic. Now what does the word mean? Okay, I'll just give you the basic definition कि probiotic का मतलब क्या होता है. Probiotics. Probiotic are those food which has living microbes in it. Okay, simple example, day to day basis पे हम लोग yogurt खाते हैं. Yogurt is a probiotic food. Why it is probiotic? Because it has live active bacterias in it. Okay, live active, they should be alive, जिंदा होने चाहिए वो bacteria. Okay, अब why am I saying live active bacteria? Because they are really good for your body. They are very good for your intestine, for your intestinal health. Okay, so that is the reason these probiotic food has become so trendy these days. हम लोग पहले इतना नहीं खाते थे, बट nowadays प्रोबायोटिक का काफी ट्रेंड हो गया है. तो लेट अस सी कि ये प्रोबायोटिक बनता कैसे है और कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स जो मार्केट में मिलते हैं वो प्रोबायोटिक होते हैं. ओके, एंड व्हाई सो इम्पोर्टेंट? So milk products like your yogurt, then kefir. You remember on day one I taught you what was kefir. Okay, kefir was something like your lassi. Uske baad there is dark chocolate. Yes, a lot of chocolates which you get in the market, they might have live bacterias in them. You can choose for the probiotic chocolates and you will get those chocolates जिसके अंदर live active bacteria होगा. ठीक है, सो ये कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स है जिनमें लाइव बैक्टीरियाज होते हैं. सो दीज प्रोडक्ट्स कंटेन एक्टिव बैक्टीरिया. वंस अगेन, लाइव एक्टिव, दे आर वेरी मच अलाइव. when they go in your body, they are very much alive over there. Okay, now which are these bacterias? There are 3 bacterias. The first one, please repeat after me, it is Lactobacillus acidophilus. What is the bacteria? Lactobacillus acidophilus. I want everyone to repeat after me. Lactobacillus acidophilus. Okay, this is the first bacteria. ठीक है, very common bacteria. If you have ever had Yakult in your life, Yakult के पीछे ingredients में पढ़ोगे तो आपको Lactobacillus acidophilus दिखेगा. ठीक है, so Yakult is also a probiotic product. So उसमें कौन सा बैक्टीरिया है? Lactobacillus acidophilus. Now the second bacteria, please repeat after me everyone. Lactobacillus casei. What is the second bacteria? Lactobacillus casei. Which is the second bacteria? Lactobacillus casei. Okay, so the first one is Lactobacillus acidophilus and second one is Lactobacillus casei. The third one, please pay attention, very important, Bifidobacterium bifidum. Listen to me and then repeat, Bifidobacterium bifidum. It's like your tongue twister. Please repeat the name of the organism, Bifidobacterium bifidum. Okay, so there are 3 microbes which are present in probiotic food. Those 3 are, quickly repeat after me everyone, Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus casei, and the third one, Bifidobacterium bifidum. So which are the 3 organisms? Everyone together, Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus casei, Bifidobacterium bifidum. Okay, compulsorily, mandatorily, you have to remember the names of the organisms. And if you would have realized, yogurt, cheese and now probiotics, हर प्रोसेस में कोई अलग बैक्टीरिया है, तो आपको ये सब याद रखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, वापस एक बार क्विकली रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. You have 3 bacterias in your probiotic food, which is Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus casei, and Bifidobacterium bifidum. Okay, so these 3 bacteria will be forming probiotic food. आप मार्केट में देखोगे प्रोबायोटिक आइसक्रीम्स मिलते हैं, प्रोबायोटिक स्वीट्स मिलते हैं, प्रोबायोटिक चॉकलेट्स मिलते हैं. इफ you ever get the chance, you can read the ingredients behind it. You might get the names of these organisms. Okay, so now why specifically this organism? Why not something else? Okay, now let us see the reason. What is the mechanism दैट प्रोबायोटिक तुम्हारे बॉडी में जाके करता क्या है. ओके, नाउ they maintain the balance of intestinal microorganisms. Okay, now when I eat something probiotic, this will go in my intestine. Okay, it will go in my intestine, and if you know, in your intestine you already have good and bad bacteria. Okay, I hope everyone knows this. आपके इंटेस्टाइन में ऑलरेडी गुड और बैड बैक्टीरिया दोनों रहते हैं. ओके, आप जब बीमार पड़ते हो, व्हेन यू फॉल सिक, दैट टाइम द नंबर ऑफ बैड बैक्टीरिया इंक्रीजेस. आई होप एवरीवन इज लिसनिंग टू मी केयरफुली. योर इंटेस्टाइन ऑलरेडी हैज गुड प्लस बैड बैक्टीरिया. ओके, नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इज, आप देखते हो कभी कभी आप बीमार होते हो, ठीक है, आपको स्टमक एक होता है, क्रैम्प्स होते हैं, डायरिया होता है, लूज मोशंस होता है, वॉमिटिंग होता है. इट इज ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ बैड बैक्टीरिया इंक्रीजिंग इन योर इंटेस्टाइन. ओके, सो what we do is when we eat probiotic food, what they will do, they will increase the number of good bacteria and decrease the number of bad bacteria. Okay, it will maintain the balance of intestinal or microorganisms, increase the population of the microbes helping the digestion. ठीक है, it will increase the population of the microorganisms which will help with your digestion. You might have noticed, आप जब बीमार पड़ते हो, आपको अगर स्टमक एक या लूज मोशंस है, तो डॉक्टर आपको सजेस्ट करते हैं that eat खिचड़ी एंड दही, राइट? नाउ व्हाई दही? बिकॉज जब आप दही खाते हो, that time the दही will have the good bacteria. So ये दही का जो गुड बैक्टीरिया है, ये आपके इंटेस्टाइन में जाएगा और आपका डाइजेशन इंप्रूव करेगा. ओके, और बैड बैक्टीरिया के नंबर को डिक्रीज करेगा. एंड दैट इज हाउ यू विल हील, यू विल गेट क्योर्ड फास्टर. ओके, सो these good organisms will help in the digestion, and it will decrease the population of the bad bacteria like Clostridium, the harmful microbes like Clostridium. You might have studied about Clostridium in 9th standard. You had 4 types of Clostridium. Okay, very common one was Clostridium tetani. So Clostridium tetani से tetanus होता है. तो बाकी के जो क्लॉस्ट्रीडियम के स्पीशीज थे, क्लॉस्ट्रीडियम डिफिसाइल, क्लॉस्ट्रीडियम परफरेंजेंस, ये आपको इंडिजेशन, स्टमक रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स देते हैं. तो उनका नंबर डिक्रीज करेगा कौन? तो प्रोबायोटिक फूड. ठीक है, वापस रिपीट कर रही हूं मैं. देयर आर प्रोबायोटिक फूड अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट. प्रोबायोटिक्स मीन दैट दीज फूड विल हैव लाइव एक्टिव बैक्टीरियाज इन देम. There were 3 specific bacteria which we studied today. Please repeat after me. Which were those 3 bacteria? Quickly, everyone. Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus kz, and last one, your favorite, Bifidobacterium bifidum. ठीक है? So ये organisms जब तुम्हारे intestine में जाते हैं, they will increase the population of good bacteria and decrease the population of harmful microbes like Clostridium. Okay? So इनका number decrease हो गया और फिर आप healthy हो गए. Now there are various products which are available in the market which are probiotic in nature. Now what is probiotic in nature? Let's see. The first one is sauerkraut. Now what is this sauerkraut? Now basically it's pickled cabbage. Okay, cabbage को लेने का, उसको chop करने का और उसको ferment होने के लिए रख देने का. That is sauerkraut. So when it gets fermented, it will have live microbes, active microbes in it. And when you eat these products, these live active microbes will go in your body. Okay. So that is the first one, that is sauerkraut. Okay. Second one is miso soup. Now what is this miso soup? Miso soup is basically from Japanese cuisine. तो ये miso क्या होता है? मीसो इज बेसिकली जो आपका सोयाबीन होता है, व्हाट द सोयाबीन विच यू ईट, उसका पेस्ट करते हैं एंड फिर उसको फर्मेंट करते हैं एक मोल्ड के साथ. ओके, सो वन ऑफ द टाइप ऑफ अ माइक्रोब. सो यू फर्मेंट इट विथ अ मोल्ड. किसको फर्मेंट करेंगे? सोयाबीन पेस्ट को. और ये जब फर्मेंट हो जाएगा तो वो मीसो बनेगा. और जब मीसो को लेके मैं सूप बनाएगी, इट विल बिकम मीसो सूप. So it will have the live bacterias in it. Okay, so miso is nothing but a fermented soybean paste. Okay, first one was sauerkraut, second one was miso soup, third one is pickles. This is very common, everyone knows this. Normally भी लोगों के घर में pickled cucumber, pickled बीटरूट, पिकल्ड कैबेज, ये सब रहता है. ओके, तो ये जो वेजिटेबल्स होते हैं, इनको जब हम पिकल करने रखते हैं तो उसमें माइक्रोब्स ग्रो होते हैं. एंड व्हेन यू ईट दीज पिकल्ड वेजिटेबल्स, द माइक्रोब्स विल गो इन योर बॉडी. ओके, I hope I'm very much clear with what these all products are. The first one was sauerkraut, second one was miso soup, third one is pickles, fourth one is oils. Yes, I can also have oils with microbes in them. Okay, but let me tell you one thing, अगर इस oil को तुम frying के लिए use करोगे तो वो microbes कुछ काम में नहीं आएंगे. ठीक है, so you have to use the oils for dressing your salads and vegetables and then eat them. Okay, because if you heat it, the microbes will die. So you can make oils as well. You can make corn syrup. Okay, now let me tell you what is this corn syrup. Corn syrup, you take corn, you ferment it and you make corn syrup out of it. Okay, now where is this corn syrup used? It is used in bakery products and confectionaries. Okay, so अगर आपको कुछ स्वीट चॉकलेट्स वगैरह मार्केट में मिलते हैं तो एवरी टाइम उसमें शुगर केन जूस से मिला हुआ शुगर नहीं ऐड किया रहता है, किसी किसी में कॉर्न सिरप ऐड किया रहता है for the sweetness. Okay, so corn syrup is also one of the probiotic product. Then you have artificial sweeteners, like you have sugar, what we eat sugar, right? But then for people who are very much health conscious, calorie conscious, people who are suffering from diabetes, they consume artificial sweeteners. Very common is your sugar free and stevia leaves. So these are also made with the help of microbes and they will have live microbes in them. Then there is something called as microalgae. Okay, please listen to me very carefully. There is something called as microalgae. Okay, अभी तक हमने क्या क्या प्रोडक्ट्स देखे, एक बार रिविजन कर लेते हैं. You saw sauerkraut, then you saw miso soup, you saw pickles, you saw oils, corn syrup, artificial sweeteners. Now I'm specifically talking about microalgae. Okay, now यहाँ पे 3 examples है. All the 3 of them are algae. Why we call them microalgae? Because ये जो यहाँ पे तुम्हें पिक्चर दिख रहा है, ये माइक्रोस्कोप के अंडर दिखता है. Okay, now what are these microalgae? Why are we talking about them under probiotic? Listen, so the first example is spirulina. What is the example? Spirulina. Okay, the first example is spirulina. This is the first microalgae. Second one is chlorella. Okay, the second one is chlorella. It's not cholera, it is chlorella. And it is not chlorophyll also, it is chlorella. I hope everyone is very much clear. First one was spirulina. Second one is chlorella. And the third one is blue-green algae. Okay. Okay. Abhi everyone remembers the 3 names. The 3 names are spirulina, blue-green algae, and chlorella. Okay. Now what are these? Now these are microalgae. They're a type of algae. Okay. Now they grow in water when then we extract them from water. ठीक है, आपने algae देखा रहेगा पानी में ऊपर कैसे फ्लोट होता है और ग्रो होता है. तो अब हम क्या करते हैं, इसको ग्रो होने देते हैं, फिर उसको हम पानी में से बाहर निकालते हैं. Then we dry it and we crush it. Okay, and this is what we get. द स्पिरुलिना पाउडर. ओके, ये जो स्पिरुलिना पाउडर है, क्लोरेला पाउडर है, ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गे का पाउडर है, ये सब आपको मार्केट में एंड ऑनलाइन इजीली अवेलेबल है. अब क्या है ये पाउडर? नाउ व्हेन यू कंज्यूम दिस पाउडर, it will make you healthy. Okay, how it will make you healthy? It is very rich in certain vitamins and minerals. Okay, and vitamin C, extremely rich in vitamin C, which is what we need these days to increase our immunity to fight against corona. Okay, once again I'm repeating: spirulina, blue green algae, and chlorella. These are microalgae. Okay, so you get these powders in the market. You just have to like put it in the water, mix it and drink it, and these powders will add on the vitamins and minerals in your body. Okay, this will give you a very good health. It will increase your immunity to fight against infections. Okay, so it will add on the vitamins and minerals, and it is also very rich in antioxidants. Okay, antioxidants, they are very good. Why they are very good? Because it will help you in a way to live better, so that आपके जो cells है और tissues है वो जल्दी die ना करे. इसीलिए हम लोग antioxidants use करते हैं. आपके tissues और cells कैसे body में they start dying after a point. Okay, they become old. तो इनको जल्दी old नहीं होने के लिए हम antioxidants खाते हैं. So this particular things are rich in antioxidants as well. So you had microalgae, the 3 types of microalgae, that was spirulina, chlorella, and you had blue green algae. So the 3 microalgae are spirulina, chlorella, and blue green algae, very rich in vitamins and minerals. So these products form colonies of useful microbes. Now listen to me, हमने ये जो भी अभी microalgae consume किया है, it will form colonies. एक या दो माइक्रोब नहीं होगा तुम्हारे बॉडी में, बट तुम्हारे इंटेस्टाइन में कॉलोनीज होंगे. ओके, colonies matlab large in number, colonies of useful microbes in your alimentary canal. Okay, in your intestine, I am increasing the number of useful microbes. How I am increasing? By consuming probiotic food. Okay, so I will increase the number of these good microbes. They control other microbes and their metabolic activities. So what will these good microbes do? They will control other microbes. जो आपके बॉडी में harmful bad microbes है उनको control करेंगे और उनके metabolic activities को भी control करेंगे. What is metabolic activities? Metabolism. Any chemical reaction happening inside a living organism is metabolism. Okay, so basically I am trying to reduce the number of harmful microbes in my alimentary canal. Okay, मुझे अच्छे बैक्टीरिया चाहिए, मुझे बुरे बैक्टीरिया नहीं चाहिए. So that is how I will do. I will eat probiotics and I will try to reduce the number of harmful microbes, control other microbes and their metabolic activities. Okay, ये देखो, याद है ना, अब भी पढ़ा था क्लॉस्ट्रीडियम, उसको हम लोग reduce किया और kill किया. This will improve resistance. Okay, so when you consume the probiotic food, it will decrease the number of such harmful bacteria and it will improve resistance. Okay, it will improve resistance का मतलब है immunity बढ़ेगा. Immunity बढ़ेगा मतलब कि तुम्हारे बॉडी में अगर कोई infectious agent आ भी जाता है, let's take an example, if the coronavirus has entered your body, but तुमने प्रोबायोटिक फूड खाया, तुमने माइक्रो एल्गे खाया, तुमने विटामिन सी को बॉडी में इंक्रीज किया, तो फिर वो कोरोना वायरस मर जाएगा. ओके, it will die, and that is how तुम्हारी body की resistance increase होगी, and the body's resistance will increase and you will get better immunity. Okay, so that is how probiotic food is important. During metabolic activities, formation of harmful substances. अब क्या होता है जब माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म तुम्हारी बॉडी में ग्रो हो रहे हैं तब, या फिर तुम्हारे बॉडी के जब रिएक्शंस हो रहे हैं तब बॉडी में हार्मफुल सब्सटेंसेस भी बनते हैं. ओके, so these harmful substances shouldn't harm your body, so we will decrease the ill effects from these harmful substances. Okay, so probiotics will improve in lowering the ill effects. Ill effects मतलब जो side effects, जो negative effects होते हैं, ठीक है. So that is why probiotics are very very important and very very healthy for you. I'll once again just summarize it for you. So when you consume any probiotic food, the good bacteria increases in your alimentary canal and it will decrease the harmful bacteria and also decrease the ill effects of harmful substances. Okay, and it will give you resistance, it will give you immunity, you will be able to fight better. Okay, now you all know that when you're not well you consume antibiotics. Okay, आपको डॉक्टर एंटीबायोटिक्स प्रिस्क्राइब करके देते हैं. अब एंटीबायोटिक्स क्या होता है, एंटीबायोटिक्स कंज्यूम करोगे तो हार्मफुल बैक्टीरिया मर जाएगा. ओके, बट कभी कभी आप लोग ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम एंटीबायोटिक्स कंज्यूम करते हो. आपने पढ़ा था 9th में ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम एंटीबायोटिक्स, ओके, एंड नैरो स्पेक्ट्रम. अब जो ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम एंटीबायोटिक्स है, अगर मैं इनको कंज्यूम करती हूँ तो बैड बैक्टीरिया तो मर रहा है, साथ में समटाइम्स जो मेरे गुड बैक्टीरियाज है वो भी इनएक्टिव हो सकते हैं. ओके, यूजफुल माइक्रोब्स बिकम इनएक्टिव. ठीक है, सो अगर मेरा यूजफुल माइक्रोब इनएक्टिव हो गया तो इट इज नॉट गुड फॉर माई बॉडी. ठीक है, I am consuming antibiotics to kill the harmful microbes, but along with that मेरे useful microbes inactive हो रहे हैं. तो अब मैं क्या करेगी, मैं probiotics consume करेगी which will make them active again. Okay, so this probiotics will help you in turning your bacteria active again if you have ever consumed any antibiotic. Okay, so that is how we use these probiotic foods in the treatment of diarrhea. Okay, diarrhea, आपको लूज मोशंस होता है, वॉमिटिंग होता है, तो आप प्रोबायोटिक फूड कंज्यूम करके गुड बैक्टीरियाज को इंक्रीज करके यू कैन ट्राई एंड गेट बेटर फ्रॉम द सिचुएशन. It is also used for the poultry. Nowadays, you know, हम लोग पोल्ट्री को भी प्रोबायोटिक फूड देते हैं so that they remain healthy. If they remain healthy, the ones consuming them will remain healthy. Okay, so this has developed much importance in recent days. That's what I've been telling you, that this has been trending a lot these days, that you consume probiotic food. Okay, so now today we'll stop over here till probiotic food. Once we'll just have a quick revision of the 3 microbes which are present in the probiotic food. And the 3 microbes which were present in your probiotic food were, quickly repeat please, you had Lactobacillus acidophilus, you had Lactobacillus KZ, and you had Bifidobacterium bifidum. Okay, now if you have any doubts you can just text me in the chat box and I can quickly, like for 5-10 minutes, we can go through the doubts. Okay, okay, so I can see a few messages over here. Okay, people, artificial sweeteners, they are actually not good for the body, so it is better that you minimize the use of artificial sweeteners. Okay, and minimize the use of table sugar as well. Is Yakult good in increasing immunity? Yes, Yakult is good in increasing your immunity. Sauerkraut, yeah, sauerkraut is somewhat like your kimchi. And what if we consume bad yogurt while you can't consume bad yogurt even when you are healthy, because if the yogurt is bad, that means you are adding bad microbes in your body. Okay. Do normal mango pickle have bacteria beneficial for us? Normal mango pickle actually has bacteria in it which are beneficial, but then the pickles are very much high in salts and oil, so that is why we don't consider pickles as a healthy food. Okay, so I guess that should be bad bacteria are necessary for our body. Bad bacteria are not necessary for our body. They're present in our body to give you the diseases. They're just present. Okay, when you eat something from outside, and so sometimes you drink unfiltered water, so that is how they enter your body. Okay. If we know this, then why the vaccine? Okay, so now I guess we can stop for the day, and I'll stop sharing my screen. And Pritesh sir, uh, Pritesh sir, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So sir,
Yes, ma'am.
can I stop the lecture?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Kejal ma'am. Thank you, Kejal ma'am.
Yes.
Guys, we will have a short break and we will meet again at 6 o'clock for the second lecture. And hopefully by then, your favorite Sashikant sir will be ready to join. Right? Bye, 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 bye.